Hey, it's Mr. Mice Guy, and this is Dopamine's litter, day 15. Let's take a peek at the pups. They are all doing pretty well. As you can see, their fur is growing in, their eyes are all opening. Yep. Looking great. Something that I noticed is that some pups, so I think one of the good things, let me take a step back, one of the good things about handling them and observing them is you can see some small differences between them. And if you're doing, selection, artificial selection, sometimes those traits might be important. So if you look at this one, let me grab a pen, hold on a second. We'll do a paintbrush. So, remember how I mentioned they're going to be a lot more mobile? Here we have it, they're already more mobile. So if you look at this one, you can see the ear, and then there's like a piece of the ear right here that's like folded over on the top. Can you see that? It's like folded on the top. I'm trying to get this into, is this on autofocus? It is on autofocus. There's a piece that's folded over on the top, and like he has it too. You can see it pretty good right there. But then some pups in this litter and some pups in my other litters don't seem to have that at all. So if we look at this one, like there's a crease there, but it's not folded over. You see that okay? See how it's not folded over? It's like open. How about this one? Yeah, this one. So this one's got like a little bit. This one's got a little bit. He's kind of in between. But particularly this one in particular does not have the fold. So I wonder what that means as far as like, does that mean that their ears are going to be bigger or shaped differently? I don't know. It could be that they're just at different stages of development, but I'm not really sure about that. But I think it's something interesting to look at and just pay attention to as they develop, because that might be a sign that I could pay attention to in the future. Maybe I should be selecting for ones with more open ears, or maybe I should be selecting for ones with less open ears. Also, here's another example too. This one, ears not folded at all. But again, it could be part of the development. Just some of them are a little bit farther along than others. But it's something that I've never noticed before, and something that I'm going to be paying attention to now, because some of these seem very folded while others don't. Yeah, see right, this guy right here, I don't know if you can tell too well, no fold. But these guys super folded. And they're starting to get more curious too. If I put my hand down, they're like crawling on me. You can tell that their fur is going to be long. All their fur looks pretty nice. The runty one, his fur doesn't look great, but he's kind of runty, so that's why. I think just like kind of human babies, or even like puppies, they're got a lot of energy, but it doesn't last long. They get tired. This one here is the one that I'm thinking about keeping two of the females. This one here is one of them that I'm probably going to be keeping. Oh, everyone wants some of the action here on my hand. Trying to get her off my hand so we can get all of these guys back on the platform here. Yeah. Everyone wants to be where the cool kids are. Apparently that's the top of my hand. But let me, my hand might be warm too. That might be why, that might be something that draws them to you. One of the things I'm interested in is domestication, and one of the questions I have is, when animals are selected for domestication, they're selected for their behavioral response to human interaction. So, like, do they move away from humans? Do they move towards humans? And so, when you're selecting for domestication, you're selecting for animals that don't move away from humans. They have reduced fear, and they everyone's falling off, and they also are drawn to humans. And so with dogs, I suspect that dogs have been selected for substantially longer than like mice or rats. And dogs might actually be like predisposed to respond to like human stimulus in particular, like being able to recognize what a human is and recognize human faces. I'm pretty sure that there's some research on that. But for mice, I'm not sure that's the case. I suspect that during domestication for mice, they probably just have reduced responses to all sorts of stimulus. And I wonder how much they recognize like a human in particular. Like, are they able to distinguish between me and just a warm platform? I'm suspecting probably not, but I don't know. I'll definitely have to look that up at some point, but I haven't had a chance to do that. Are they? I mean, because they could potentially be recognizing some sort of smell or human odor, but mice don't have great eyesight, so they're probably not like recognizing human faces, but potentially just attracted to warmth, or yeah, they could be picking up on some sort of smell, and so they have to predispose, preconditioned to be attracted to human smell or something. It's possible. I don't know if that's the case though. Yeah, you can see that their coats are really getting in. They're going to be getting to that sheep stage, as everyone calls it. See, this guy over here wants up. This guy wants up. Oh, this guy's already on my arm. And you can see some of them, their eyes aren't even open yet. Sometimes they're a little sticky and they'll take some time to open, but they're everywhere. They're everywhere. This is so fun though. This is such a fun stage for them to be in. Pull everybody back. Oh, I got some poop on my hand. But yeah, they're looking really good. I'm really pleased with these guys. I'm probably going to keep the 2. The rest of them will be available, but I think I have people requesting all of the females already. But I do have other litters that are coming up, and in particular, I have a litter where I think I got some surprise merles, some pied merle pups, which I am super excited about. And I am going to make a second video today about those pups, because they are a bit of a surprise. Even those guys aren't pied or merle, they are all carrying the genes for pied and merle. So their pups, hopefully, will have... where's the one I'm keeping? Is it this one here? I can't tell. One of these guys, maybe. I think it might be this lady here. Yeah, this one here. When she has pups, they have the potential of being pied and merle. So yeah, so it'll be another generation before I really start to get a lot of those. And I kind of like, and as a totally separate note, I kind of like the black background with the wood, but they pee on it and it's just wood, so that's gonna like stain and absorb and stuff, and I don't know how well I can clean a surface like this. So this might not be the best option, but I do like it. I might have to try something else out. See, I'm like, my hand's just there and they want to crawl onto it. But how much of it being an actual human hand is important in this behavior? Or could I just condition them to be more responsive to some other non-human stimulus? Could it be a robot? Could it be something else? And would you be able to condition them the same way, or is this specifically because it's human? And also, like, if I didn't condition them at all, and they had never been exposed to humans, would they be doing this too? With true domestication, you would think they would still have a predisposition to be attracted to humans, but I don't know if that's the case with these guys or not. But it'd be an interesting experiment. To raise a litter and not interact with them at all, and then test them out on day 15 like this and see how they react to my touch. I can tell you that the wild hybrids do not like being near me. Even with a fair amount of conditioning, they tend to not be crazy. And also, is it like the hand that they're interested in? Is it the smell that they're interested in? Are they just interested in any new object? Kind of like just a human child would be interested in new things. I don't know. I'm not sure, but I'm curious about all of those things. How interested would they be if I gave them like my brain pen? Let's see how they respond to this. Out of curiosity, let's see what happens. The brain pen is not warm. Oh, someone's got some poop on their head. So get that off. I guess a little problem with this little experiment here is this brain pen could smell like me because I touched it. But they seem to be interested in that as well. Let's try something I haven't touched. There is another pen that hasn't been used, and I'm touching it with a plastic bag. Sorry for the noise. Touching the plastic bag just to see if they're still interested in it, and it seems like they are. So it could be that they're just interested in any new novel objects in their environment. So have some interest in it, looks like. These guys are getting tired. Again, it could be the heat too. I would have to try it with like a warm pen, because they're definitely interested in my hand. But it could be the warmth that my hand is giving off. I think that would be a very interesting experiment to try to tease those things apart to see if, is it something to do with is it human scent? Is it like my sweat that they're attracted to? Is it the warmth, or are they able to, like, what is it? I'd say that it seemed like they're more attracted to my hand than they were to the objects. But again, it could be warmth. It could be the conditioning that they are familiar with my hands, because I have been handling them at least once a day, sometimes multiple days, even if I didn't, multiple times a day, even if I didn't videotape it. So there does seem to be an increased affinity for my hand. Yeah, so this video is getting kind of long now, so I am going to cut it off. Don't forget to check out my website, MisterMiceGuy.com. Like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram at MisterMiceGuy, all that good stuff. And I am going to make another video today showing the other litter that I have. Or I've got multiple other litters right now, but I'm going to make another video showing the litter with the surprise pied merles. And so yeah, that'll be good. And don't forget to check back tomorrow for day 16, and I will see you then.